Hey, what is going on, my friends? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, crypto lovers, crypto movers and shakers, crypto gladiators, and of course, kings and queens. How are you doing? Vitaly Dubin is here, founder and creator of
What is
Bitcoin's
going on, my
Wealth
friends?
Club
Good
system,
morning.
where we're helping people become Bitcoin millionaires. And this is today's in crypto show, where I'm covering some of the news that are happening in the Bitcoins and cryptocurrency market. So let's get started. First of all, we are seeing a lot of green, way more green than red. So this is always a good thing. We are moving up and up and up in the market cap into the trillions. So overall, the market cap is expanding. The Bitcoin price currently at $8,778. And this is still a good buying price, according to a lot of sources, that is going to go way up in February. So catch the dips while you can and enter the Bitcoin market right now. We are expecting this year, this February, to go up to $13,000. In this overall year, it can be 20, 25,000, all the way to $50,000 for Bitcoin. We see 5.24% change in the last 24 hours for Ethereum 3.61, Ripple 3.68. So we are moving up. Bitcoin Cash slightly up. The major coin that just arrived, Ucash, it increased significantly by 145%. And if you take a look at Ucash, you can see that it jumped a lot. From this is the old times. Let's take a look at the daily ones. And yesterday, so this is today's in February. Let's take a look at 7 days. The price here was $0.013 and here 0.2. So definitely a big jump here in the Ucash. Now, this is a new cryptocurrency. I've never seen it before so much. And it currently only exchanged on the BTC Alpha market. Okay, so my thought about this, there is 21 billion in supply and circulating supply. I mean, those developers, they're probably holding a lot of the Ucash coins, and they have easy way. They can manipulate the prices. They can pump and dump the coins. But in any case, the volume of change over the last several days has been quite significant, and that just tells you that there are some cryptocurrencies out there that can really go up in value really fast over like days. In days, in a week, it can go up like by 1,000% and 10x in value over a short period of time. Okay, so it's definitely possible in the crypto space. Everything is possible. The market never sleeps. Now, some of the Bitcoin stats, we're seeing the time between blocks is getting less. So that's a good thing. We are overall processing more transactions than before, and the Lightning Speed network is getting up to speed. If you take a look at the charts, we have 1,773 nodes accepting the Lightning Network. This is on the Explorer, so this is a good thing. We're moving into more faster transactions with Bitcoin. Now, a new fork is coming on board. We had Bitcoin Silver, we had Bitcoin Gold, we had Bitcoin Cash. Like I told you yesterday, Bitcoin Private is on the rise, and it's expected to launch on February 28th. And in case you don't know what a hard fork is, a hard fork is when a main chain is split into two, right? A single cryptocurrency is split into two. It occurs when a cryptocurrency's existing code is changed, resulting in both an old and new version. So in this case, this is a unique case, unlike any other splits on the Bitcoin network. The fork is happening through the Z Classic chain, right? And it will be forked into from Bitcoin chain and Z Classic chain. It will be a Bitcoin private chain, which basically it aims to have way more anonymity when it comes to Bitcoin transactions. So that's overall a good thing. And because of that, because the split happens from the Z Classic chain, we've already seen the prices of Z Classic increased since yesterday when I mentioned that and told you to get a couple of Z Classic. Z Classic, it was $98. Now it's $105. So we are seeing a little bit more. And I expect as we are moving closer, like it was at the top here on January 7th, $235 per Z Classic. So it might be a good time to enter and buy some Z Classic. It trades on several popular exchanges like Bittrex and Cryptopia. So definitely not a bad idea, because as more people are going to get Z Classic to split it from there to get Bitcoin private, that's a good thing overall, that you can take a short ride here in February. Now, Gibraltar government is announcing it's in the coming weeks, they're going to have a draft of the initial coin offerings regulation. So what it means is that, you know, they might be stepping into this territory of being the pioneers in the ICO's regulations, which, you know, it can be a good idea overall over in the whole world, in United States and other countries. So we have more regulations over the ICOs is definitely a good thing. So more and more companies want to create funding for their companies through tokens and tokenizations and utility tokens and ICOs. And the governments, they start to recognize this movement, this trend, and they want to definitely regulate it more. So overall, we're moving in this direction. And as you can see, the city of Berkeley, California, considers doing cryptocurrency ICO. So we are seeing big cities and possibly, you know, states and countries in the near future, they're going to be issuing their own cryptocurrency. Right, so it is a good thing that we are moving in this direction. We are seeing also the Senate, right, a candidate accepts largest contribution Bitcoin. So the government officials they're running campaigns for you know, for running for I don't know, presidency or for the states or whatever the case may be, federal election campaign. They are doing it in support of Bitcoin cryptocurrency. So people can actually contribute to the campaign and the election by giving Bitcoin cryptocurrency donation for the campaign. So this overall, of course, increased the use of Bitcoin cryptocurrency, and increases the exposure that people get into Bitcoin as people see that you know, donations for the campaigns are possible. And actually, Pedersen detailed that that what he would like to see is deregulation on monetary policy, and he added that he would like to see an abolition of the private banking system and the U.S. Federal Reserve. So that will be definitely a big revolution when we'll see an abolition of the private banking systems of the U.S. and the U.S. Federal Reserve. As you know, that it controls all the money supply of the U.S. dollars in the private banking system, large banking cartels and corporations that are in control of all of that. So if we are moving in this, we're moving in this direction of abolition of this system and moving into more evolved systems of cryptocurrencies, which is definitely happening. They're losing power, right? And they're definitely losing power about that. And barring that, at minimum, I would like to introduce legislation that will decentralize the monetary unit, the dollar, in such a way as to legalize competition, right? The gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies, so that they can compete. I will definitely vote for this one. Like I said yesterday, in Arizona, Senate passes bill to allow tax payment in Bitcoin. So overall, the governments recognize Bitcoin cryptocurrency, and people can start paying their taxes in Bitcoin, right? So that's really good sign for Bitcoin and the movement. Of course, they'll be required to convert the cryptocurrency payment to US dollars within 24 hours. Now we're seeing whales, right, that are really impacting the prices of Bitcoins. Like there are some accounts that has, for example, this one account that have 167,000 Bitcoin, right, in this one account. And ironically, every time the Bitcoin dipped, like they right before the Bitcoin dip, like they sold a bunch of a bunch of Bitcoins, like thousands of Bitcoins at a time. And when that happens, when there's massive sell-off of Bitcoins, the price of Bitcoin goes down. And then they can catch the prices back on the bottom, right? That's how the whales contribute to those market fluctuations of Bitcoin. They're selling a lot of Bitcoin at the same time, and the market price of Bitcoin goes down. And then they go and they buy Bitcoin back at the lowest prices, right? And make on those fluctuations, right? So there's something to consider, guys, that and all this speculation happens through the top richest addresses. That shows some of them sold thousands of Bitcoin at once since November, December 2017, when we've seen the price of Bitcoin was at $20,000. It wasn't a bad idea to sell at a time at the end of December and then pick the price back up in January, right? So, you know, that's the smart way to do it and go about doing that. Now, Iceland, saying that Iceland is a place where a lot of Bitcoin mining companies are moving into establishing their mining facilities. And as you know, it consumes a lot of electricity. So crypto mining companies will consume more electricity than households in terms of energy in 2018. So that shows to tell you guys that, you know, there's a big energy consumption happens with cryptocurrency mining, right? 100 megawatts this year, more energy than the 340,000 residents of Iceland will consume for personal use in that time, right? So they're empowering the whole world with those mining sites. And mining sites in Iceland naturally have the opportunity to produce less pollution than the coal-burning mining sites located in China. So people are moving into more ecological mining farms like found in Iceland. So that overall, you know, should tell you that we are growing as an industry. Now, regarding Binance Exchange, that was down for like a little less than 2 days due to technical difficulties. John McAfee has a huge following on Twitter, about 800,000 followers, and he said about the Binance was hacked, and actually not true. So he apologized today to Binance and the CEO of the Binance about spreading FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt, regarding their outage last week, right? So it's a good thing for Binance, of course, and for everybody who is using Binance, that Binance is safe, and it is one of the top exchanges and remains one of the top exchanges in the world. And highly recommend it that you set up an exchange in Binance, okay? So that's pretty much the news for today. It's happening Bitcoin overall. We are seeing positive trends in a lot of the cryptocurrencies, and it's a great time to enter the market right now. Now, we are working on redesigning the whole Bitcoin's Walls Club system. Like, I'm talking about tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars that are going into this right now. And our focus will be in two main areas in the Bitcoin and altcoin mining and in the cryptocurrency trading sections. We'll have a whole bunch of resources for you to use, and everybody who is part of Bitcoin cryptocurrency ecosystem, they need to get the tools, right? And as you know, the people who got rich the most during the gold rush are the people who are not necessarily searching for the gold, but the people who sold the shovels, right? The people who sold actually the equipment and the tools for people to go and dig for the gold. So taking this into consideration, we're going to have a way smoother ride here in Bitcoin's Walls Club, as we'll list all the resources that you possibly need inside this ecosystem with great, organization inside the system that you'll be able to easily plug in your affiliate links inside the system and start earning Bitcoins in multiple ways. We're talking about exchanges, we'll talk about wallets, we'll talk about like different charting tools and different different tools and things that you need in order to prosper into the Bitcoin cryptocurrency market. Some of them are paid, some of them has referral programs inside, and of course you'll be able to benefit from those referral programs inside the system by saving your username inside of the affiliate network inside Bitcoin's Walls Club. And some of the resources are free, so we're going to have it all. And new funnels are coming up, both for the crypto trading millionaires and our VIP products. Everything is coming up with a total rebranding and redesigning of our affiliate system. The guts of Bitcoin's Walls Club will be able to start accepting Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and other coins as well pretty soon. So all of this is coming, and I'll update you as we move along. Should be a lot of the changes finished by the end of the month into the beginning of March. So definitely have an eye on everything happening. Exciting times for all of you guys that are part of Bitcoin's Walls Club, and we'll have plenty of opportunities. And my focus is always help people become Bitcoin millionaires. I want to help at least 500 people this month to become Bitcoin millionaires, and 10,000 people to earn full-time income with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So this is for today's update, today's in crypto show, Bitcoin's Walls Club. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, and tomorrow is a webinar at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure that you're plugged in and tuned in to everything that is happening, going on in our Bitcoin's Walls Club land. And my promise to you guys, it's going to be the best system for Bitcoin cryptocurrency that you can see on the markets. More elaborate, more value driven, and more money generating for you than any other system on the internet that will combine every single resource that you can possibly need in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space. Okay, so with that being said, guys, I'm going to see you all tomorrow on our next crypto show and our webinar at 12 p.m. Eastern time, and you can register for it on the dashboard area inside Bitcoin's Walls Club. Okay, see you guys tomorrow.